Welcome to Stillwater's Farm. We're just north of Shelton, Washington, just south of the Skokomish River and the Hood Canal. Beth and I were looking for saltwater waterfront with acreage and a mountain view in the Puget Sound. And somebody told us that Mason County was the last frontier. So we came down here and looked for property. So we have 48 acres here. We started with 32 and we were blessed to be able to add 8-acre pieces. Our forest is primarily Douglas fir. We have some pine and some hemlock and a few hardwoods, cherries and dogwoods. We have 2 type F non-perennial inlet streams and 1 outlet that's controlled by a beaver dam. We have a 20-acre peat wetland on our tree farm. We have about 10 acres of open water where we've created small ponds for wildlife and about 10 acres of forested peat wetlands.
My favorite part of the tree farm is pretty similar to Mark's. We enjoy sitting on the porch. We enjoy observing wildlife and the vistas from the farm here. We enjoy the animals, raccoons, deer, bobcats, cougar even. We enjoy the waterfowl, the ducks, the otters, the beavers in the water, and their activities. We enhance the property for the wildlife by getting lots of advice. And over the years, Mark has been become an expert in and of himself.
Well, we have a very active program to build habitat piles and create snags. We also have an aggressive nest box program. We have about 25 large nest boxes for wood ducks and hooded mergansers and about 50 smaller boxes for the smaller forest cavity nesters. And we even have some bat boxes around. We live on our tree farm, so we've had a challenge to meld the restrictions on development with the restrictions on forestry. So we've been able to negotiate our way through that pretty successfully. We've also had some challenges in restoration of the wetland, which was disturbed twice in its history, once in the 1930s and again in the 1960s. So working to try to mitigate that disturbance, we've had lots of help from Conservation District, from the NRCS, from U.S. Fish and Wildlife, from the DNR.
Well, I think what's make the Bison Tree Farm, to me, one of the best tree farms that I've inspected since I've been volunteer with American Tree Farm System is how they set out and they met their objectives. They met their objectives of having a wonderful house site using the materials from the property. They also restored a wetland. It's one of the best restoration wetland projects that I've ever seen. And they have a very diverse forest. It's one of their objectives. And they also wanted to share, and they have shared with their property with many groups from various different perspectives, from bird watching to wildlife habitat management to forest management.
So we had a group here one night that had a fellow in the group who pointed out that some of our lodgepole pines were saw quality pine. And I grew up on the East Coast where that's what we use, is saw quality pine. And it dawned on me that we could use that in the construction of our house. So over a couple of years, I harvested about 20 pickup loads of lodgepole pine logs, took them to a local mill, had them milled into flooring and trim pieces, and we used that flooring and that trim in the construction of our house.
The legacy plans are something that we have given quite a good amount of thought to, and we are still coming up with a plan. We're not sure yet what will be the options for the farm. We would like to see it preserved in the status at which, it's been developed so far.
We're not sure where we're going to go with it. We don't have heirs, so we're looking at possibly donating to an educational institution, or maybe a conservation easement with a land trust, or maybe just a sale to a person who shares our goals and objectives here on the farm.